You ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Hi, welcome to Harry's Head, where his emotions. I'm joy. This is sadness. This is disgust. This is anger. And this is fear. Guys, you forgot about me. I'm Harry's conscience. I am Harry's literal personality. Wonderful to meet you all.
Before we begin today's review, guys, I just wanted to give a shout out to Kelly Mary Farrell. She asked me to give her a shout out this week, and I'm so sorry, Kelly, I couldn't give you a shout out sooner. I finally have the opportunity to give you one now, so please check out her channel. She's such a sweet girl and YouTuber, and yeah, I've really become great pals with her. Inside Out, directed by Pete Docter, my favourite Pixar director, who also gave us Monsters Inc. and Up, and is the 15th Pixar movie overall, and the first of the two Pixar movies to be released in 2015, along with The Good Dinosaur, and tells the wonderfully moving story about an 11-year-old girl, Riley Anderson, who lives a happy, practically perfect life in Minnesota with her parents until the day her parents moved to San Francisco because her father has work there, and Riley soon succumbs to depression and loneliness. She deeply misses Minnesota, and inside her head live 5 emotions: joy, sadness, disgust, anger, and fear. Grace Randolph said in her review that she felt Logic should have been a character and one of Riley's emotions. While I can see where she's coming from, Logic not being an existing character in this movie didn't bother me, since 5 emotions, I believe, is all you needed as main characters. Joy vows to keep Riley constantly happy for the rest of her life, but when sadness accidentally intervenes by touching a core memory, the two get separated from the main controls in Riley's mind and must go through the rest of Riley's head with the help of Riley's long-lost imaginary friend Bing Bong to prevent her from running away. Inside Out Fan 2001 has requested me to review Inside Out for a while now, as it's his favourite movie of all time. He even went as far as naming his channel after Inside Out, so here's my shout out to him. And the critics loved it too. Holy shit, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's also Lambo and Mr. TARDIS 11's favourite Pixar movie, and I absolutely see why. Inside Out's an amazing movie. It came out at the right time and hit all the right notes. It's one of my favourite Pixar movies for sure. I originally said it was my 5th favourite, but now I've put it up to my 3rd favourite, behind only Monsters Inc. and Toy Story trilogy. It came out at a time when Pixar was going for a lot of backlash from their movies like Cars 2, which was awful, agree with the hate there, and Brave, which I personally loved, even though many disagree with me, and Monsters University, which I also really liked, even though again many didn't. But Inside Out, it brought the company back. It finally Pixar finally lets its fans know that they were back on track and were going to be making the all-time classics they once did back in their early days. The movie proves why Pete Docter is my favourite Pixar director. I think he got the inspiration from his daughter, apparently. He thought to himself, what's going on inside her head? And so Riley is most likely inspired by his own daughter. And I must say, making a movie about emotions for Pixar is not a bad move at all. Where do I start complimenting this movie? And trust me, I have a lot of compliments, but the one major thing I can praise is the imagination of this movie and the infinite creativity displayed from Pete Docter and the writers and the animators at Pixar. I mean, it's inside the human head. I have so much admiration for Pixar for actually using their brains and being this creative and original in a day and age where animated movies are solely lacking in originality. This movie has no cliches in it or formulaic tropes whatsoever, and the writing is astonishing. This is a terrific concept with a whole world taking place inside somebody's head, from Imagination Land to Dream Productions. It's a great adventure movie as well as an emotionally moving drama. People wonder who's the main protagonist of this story, Riley or Joy. Well, if you think about it, from what I see, they are both the main character. Think about it. They both go on a very similar journey in this movie. This is the second Pixar movie to feature a female protagonist after Brave. I'm glad Pixar are now giving us more of a variety of female and male protagonists. Riley is such a sweet girl, and just seeing her go through depression and experience new emotions that she's never felt before, and growing up, it's extremely upsetting to watch. You just want to give Riley a cuddle. I certainly did, to reassure her everything was going to be alright, and she was just going through a natural phase that everyone does. I saw myself in Riley's shoes when I watched this movie, because at that time I was going through a tough time emotionally. I was 20, I was growing up too. I was going through emotions where I was like, considering just giving up on the world, but I stayed strong and got through it. Of Riley's parents, I prefer her mum to her dad. I think her mother is far more supportive of and understanding of Riley. Whereas her father, I did think her father was kind of a jerk to her at first in the dinner scene when he sends her to her room for being rightfully pissed off about the situation. But I will give the dad this. At least he redeems himself at the end when Riley comes home and she tells them the truth about everything, and he finally comes to the realization of what she's going through, and is as supportive as the mum. And the dinner scene from the teaser trailer is what's got me jacked for this movie. That is an incredibly iconic moment in all of Pixar, and that when you see inside the mum's head and the dad's head and all their emotions talking, and it just made me want to check inside my head and have a conversation with my emotions, who control how I'm feeling every day. And as for the emotions, Joy is my favourite of them by far. Amy Poehler is awesome as Joy. This might be my favourite role ever from Amy Poehler. My God, she had to be joyful and spirited and optimistic all the time, and she's top notch at it. So I wish I could be Joy, because we all wish we could be happy all the time, though it would hurt our cheekbones to always smile like this, I admit. Yeah, Joy is just one of my favourite Pixar protagonists, period. And people criticise her for being a dick to sadness, but that was the point. Joy had to push sadness to the side at first. It was Joy. It was Joy's journey by spending more time with sadness to realise that Riley did need sadness sometimes in her life in order to be healthy. And sadness as a character, they actually made a character who is moping all the time actually likeable and sympathetic. She and Joy are the best Pixar duo easily since Woody and Buzz. And the other three emotions disgust, she's hilarious, and as well as anger, he's a ton of fun, and fear, he's the funniest of the lot. And and the three they have the near impossible task of managing to keep Riley in her emotional state while Joy is away. The best of the supporting characters is Bing Bong, the delightful Bing Bong, who's the hybrid of an elephant, a dolphin, and a mouse, who is Riley's imaginary friend, who she would play with often as a kid. He's joy and sadness's guide through Riley's memory, and he's just completely lovable and like a big teddy bear, and he's just he's so determined to get Joy to saving Riley that he goes as far as sacrificing himself. His sacrifice and death scene is truly harrowing. Tell me in the comment section who cried when Bing Bong died. I cried like a baby. This movie has such a mature and complex subject matter about growing up. But I love how it portrays how difficult growing up is. It's no easy task. We all go through emotional stress and at some point in our lives, and the movie is not afraid to let kids know that, and the message of Inside Out is a rare one, but a phenomenal message. The message is ultimately it's all right to be sad. Sometimes sadness can be healthy for you. You have to sometimes know that you're sad and not bottle up your feelings, so that you can finally let them out and confess, and afterwards you feel so much better. It's basically being sad makes you happy. That message made me feel infinitely better when I heard it. This movie will speak to everyone. It's a shame that more movies don't bother to teach this message. Everyone should see Inside Out, whether they're a kid or old. You will love it. This movie made me cry at least 4 times. That's right. It got that heart rendering at certain moments, and it moved me more than most family films ever have. But to see Riley finally gets her happy resolution, and to finally be comfortable with life in San Francisco, and she's grown up, it was all worth it. I would be more than happy to see a sequel to Inside Out. I'd love to see Riley as a teenager with potentially a new boyfriend, because there's many more new emotions they could add into the story there. So Inside Out is one of the most remarkable, groundbreaking movies Pixar has ever made. Full stop. Pete Docter does it again. I honestly didn't expect it to be this good, and you'll be pleased to know I have no negatives with it. So it's the definition of a flawless work of art. It's absolutely and truly a masterpiece, and when you compare this to The Good Dinosaur, obviously Inside Out's the stronger movie.
I give Inside Out 5 stars out of 5.
It's absolutely perfect. Well guys, this is my penultimate Pixar review before my final Pixar review and then my ranking. Shame it couldn't be a better Pixar movie to conclude these reviews, but oh well, Pixar can't make masterpieces every time. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Inside Out? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I review The Good Dinosaur. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.